That's the one I was going to say. That was the one change I was expecting, was the Bayonetta from Child. That is the character that he's put a ton of time into. Corrin is Vikki's main, so I would assume she would stay, and she is. I don't really know the other two players as often as much, but I mean, I think they really came down to like losing that early stock. It wasn't really necessarily like a character pick, but Child going Bayonetta, especially a character who historically is really good in doubles, not surprised to bring that Bayo out, and Bayo even combos Bowser even harder than Falcon does, so no surprise to bring that in, just to make sure that they get this dub.
Yeah. It's off to a little bit more of an even start here with the all 4 of them still having 3 stocks, so it's an instant improvement from Bang and SimpleRick here.
And a great thing that, you know, Child can do here too is like abuse that afterburner kick, because you can just mix up both players and kind of makes, you know, a constant active hitbox that allows him to help out Vikki when he needs to, helps get some combos started, and just create space for the team. So you're going to see that used pretty often.
Yeah, almost forcing them both into that corner there. Vikki had some huge. Those side Bs coming out from SimpleRick, they've been used very sparingly, very conservatively, which is always a good thing to see, because he knows exactly like when he wants to use them. They've been pretty effective so far, barring the couple times he's grabbed Bang by accident. That'll happen.
Okay, SimpleRick has to be careful there, getting caught on the platform against Bayo. Corrin, though, dying off the top, first one to lose their stock.
That was a nice little catch call out with the up smash, and another stock taken by Bang is really feeling himself with the taunts.
The taunts coming out, dancing on, not literally.
He's just chilling in that corner of the stage.
Yeah, what? Not even doing anything. I'm assuming trying to bait someone into attacking them on the platform. He wants to get an early kill here, I think.
Just feeling himself, trying to get in their heads maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
That aspect of it also as well. Smash, very mental game as well.
Yeah, you can tell he's taunting and immediately shielding and looking for like these down airs and landing forward airs from Vikki, and it's actually kind of baiting them a little bit. Has to be careful doing that too much, because of course throughout that time SimpleRick has been taking a ton of damage. Still stock tanking though on their 3rd stock, which is making a difference considering Child has also died. So now it's a 2 stock lead for them. Finally at 190.
I think that was the barrels that took him out there.
Yeah.
Maybe miscalculation from Bang. Child comes in with a beautiful combo there that takes out Bang's stock as well.
Yep.
But still a slight lead for Bang and SimpleRick, who've really held their own in the 2nd game.
I think they're feeling a lot better knowing that they have that stock. They didn't lose it so early the previous game. Now they're really feeling themselves. See Bang going hard again. Yeah, missed tack. Barrels will kill.
Very sizable lead now for the Dallas boys. Oh, just missed that down here as well, but he's going to follow it up with an F smash, take out VikkiKitty, and now it's a 2v1. This is a very big lead now.
Yeah, and this is just the mental fortitude of trying to not get baited out here by these constant taunts, because Diddy will, the sound effect is something that drills into your head.
That alone is probably going to drive me a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But we're going to the clappies. I like the claps. I can live with that.
Oh, Nair comes out, or Uppy comes out just in time to avoid the Nair, and not able to punish me. You see how calm Child's trying to take this one step at a time. Back air not going to kill, but they need to get this stock on the Bowser quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of help that, oh, there's the down air, or down smash, sorry, that'll do that. It does kind of help, though, that he's only really fighting the 1v1 at the moment. Oh, that
should be able to get
bad,
back.
And that will be game. Bang. Really solid performance from him specifically there. He was grabbing plenty of stocks the whole way through there.
Yep.
And I think that was a very big factor in the fact that they have taken game 2. So we're going to game 3.
Redemption for Bang and SimpleRick after a game 1 not going their way.
Yeah.
They swing things back pretty decisively, I would say, too, in that game, too. So now feeling like they're a bit more in control going into the last portion of this set.
Yeah, taking that game 2 can always be like a huge like mental boost as well. Kind of have that extra like edge going into that game 3. But obviously that'll make it Child and VikkiKitty's pick as far as stage goes, and that could be a huge difference maker as well.
Absolutely. I'm curious if Child stays Bayo. I almost feel like
the Falcon was working a lot more for him. I mean, especially like, I mean, we keep alluding to that that instant stock in game 1. You know, I feel like he didn't quite have that sort of extra firepower in that second game. The Jigglypuff is a rather unexpected switch.
Yeah, you can see he's smiling. He's like, oh, I know I'm about to get into right here. The Puffin doubles.
Got something cooking.
What is he cooking?
I think Bang was maybe thinking about a switch himself there, but he's sticking with the Diddy Kong. So into game 3 for our first double sets of the weekend.
And love to see it overall. Of course, I love me some doubles, and we're getting a really good set out of this.
Oh, the instant shield break there from Child. He really does have something cooking. Doesn't really have many options there as far as Jigglypuff's punishes go, though. The rest obviously not being what it once was. Still a strong statement to make at the start of the game after the character switch.
Absolutely. I do like this pick from Puff. Of course, it's a double-edged sword because you're at that that super lightweight. Like you can die early and like you can catch so many strays. But Puff has that airspeed to kind of interject and interrupt a lot of these combos that you can see. And Puff still has the combo ability. The side B though breaks the shield, but the Bowser's there immediately. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful with that shield. Specifically, Bang has been broken twice. But yeah, I mean, especially with Bowser on the screen, Jigglypuff can die at like any second, really.
Exactly. Doesn't really have to worry about getting hit by Banana. I have to worry about those Bowser down airs that are being used kind of liberally here, but going to be super hard for Bowser to get back on stage against the Puff. But in the meantime, Vicky's taking a ton of damage on the other side of the stage against his Diddy.
Yeah, this is probably the most even we've seen it so far. No one really having like a huge edge here. I think the first stock here is going to be the most important thing. Huge, that shield pressure and another shield break.
Oh,
but it just messes up the punish ever so slightly, and it just won't the one yet. Oh, he's taking out his own teammate there, though.
Not a huge loss. He was at kill percent on his first stock. Probably inevitable, but yeah, got to be careful. Counter.
Ooh, and VikkiKitty does the same seconds later.
That's really, I think, going to be the X factor of this is like, how often is this Puff or even like Diddy Kong getting caught in their own teammates' attacks? They're going to kill him early.
Still, the shield pressure alone from Child has been such a difference maker in this match.
Absolutely.
I mean, especially in doubles where it's like you can be hit by 2-3 hits at once, you know. It could be a couple more shield breaks in this set.
Yeah, it's not even the shield breaks too, but like you said, the overall shield pressure, like forward air just gives so much control on someone who's playing defensively. That back air comes in clutch, finally takes out SimpleRick's first stock here. At 0% on their second is just a massive boon for this team that they have this Bowser. That's going to be a stock tank more and more as this game goes on.
Yeah, they might need to pull out something a little special to get him out of here. VikkiKitty again losing the stock. And, team's just slightly behind at the moment here, but in an attempt to shield break, kind of barely misses the mark.
Yeah, kind of having like blinders on, like not seeing the forest for the trees there and catching the shield, ends up being their own teammate. And now that should be a stock here. Child does get it. And we'll take him to this. I mean, this is still pretty even with a slight advantage to Bang and SimpleRick. If they can get this kill down on the Diddy Kong Bang, I mean, this will bring them right back.
Yeah, Child trying to take SimpleRick all the way off stage there, but good air dodge to make it back.
Ooh. Definitely has to be careful sitting on that platform for too long. You see that shield on the platform, that's an immediate side B. Almost getting carried all the way out the wall. Pain, not enough. And now getting slotted away.
Yeah, a little bit conservative there from Child, who I think could have got the kill with maybe a back air or something there, but just kind of waited it out.
Okay.
Another edge guarding situation. Can't really get anything done, though.
Has to be so careful of getting hit there. And now Vicky is at kill percent, so she wants to avoid the corners as much as she can. These pins are going to be risky. That's throwing her off stage. Let's get back in the corner. Now it's up to Child to try and string Bowser along and just missing the opportunity to do so.
Nice little trade there. That's going to be a little risky. Child landing on the shield, and it's Vicky who gets punished for it in the end. And now a huge advantage for Bang and SimpleRick. Child's been relatively effective in the 2v1. He did well with Bayonetta earlier, but Jigglypuff being a lighter character may make it a little bit tougher, especially with the Bowser at virtually no damage.
Has to be looking for another shield break, and I'm sure Bang and SimpleRick are aware of that. I mean, Child can't go for any kind of rest setups. That's guaranteed death here. Has to almost rely entirely on that shield break and just these waiting forward airs to see if they can separate the two, but I think that's going to do it.
No, great DI from Child. The thing is, even if he gets a shield break, he's got to punish it, and that's going to be punishable in itself.
Okay.
Be very careful here. Ooh, that's a maybe a misstep from SimpleRick.
Uh-oh.
Good landing, though, from Bang. Child fighting for his life here. Throwing them off under stage and just about getting through that down air.
Yes,
beautiful
that's massive.
bear. And that is a massive hit. Ooh.
Still
Just
doable
about
by
living that as
Child
well.
here.
You can just get it back to stage. No risk here. Good roll.
That's a clencher of a roll there, though. That forward air would have killed
Yeah.
for sure. And now you can go for one of these rest setups here. And you can tell Child's just looking forward, fading in on these short hops, looking for an opportunity to poke in, but one false step, and that'll be it!
Fair to
Lands it!
Oh my days! Child clutching out the 2v1 with an absolutely brilliant Jigglypuff performance. That was fantastic. A little pop off there from Vicky as well.
Gus with a smile on his face, knowing what he had done, and he had done it right. Just that one little hit, and just barely out of side B range too. That could go. That would have been. I mean, either way, someone was dying in that exchange.
Yeah, what a way to start off the doubles bracket too. That was a very, very hot set. The tension there, and it was such a good evasive and defensive bit of gameplay there from Child. It was just fading back with those jumps and just kind of trying to bait that one moment there from SimpleRick. Finally got it. Finally got his opening. Just immediately takes the punish. Really well done there from Child.
That actually had me out of my seat right there. Like that was a dope set. Love
Fantastic
that.
ending to that.
Love me some doubles. I love me some doubles. Yes.
It's just so hectic, and it's so interesting to watch because there's all these little 1v1s here and there, and then just straight hits all over the place. I love playing and I love watching Snake in doubles because it's just the most chaotic thing. There's so many explosions and all that. I love me some double Snake.
Big fan, big fan. Yeah, a double Snake is chaotic. I don't know how most teams handle that, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping we get some of that at some point, but we'll see. I'm not sure if we have another setup here. I see people approaching. I think I see Goblin. There's a big crowd behind us. I can't quite tell, but I'm pretty sure I just saw Goblin. I don't know exactly who he's teaming with this weekend. I haven't checked out the bracket all that much yet, but that'll be exciting just to see him alone. It's been a while since I've watched him play.
Yeah. Oh, they're missing. It's DaxCity _ by the way, people on Twitter, in case you do want to check it out. I've been trying to get DaxCity on Twitter for the longest time, and it's an account that has 6 followers.
Of course.
I
mean, that's how it always goes.
That's how it always goes.
I mean, it's a little harder for me, but a little bit non-specific. I don't think I'm ever getting that one.
Yeah.
I think I'd have to try real hard. It'd be quite the payout,
Well, either way, a great, fantastic start here for doubles. That's exactly what we love about teams, is that excitement, those last hit situations, and we got a perfect dose of that to kick things off today.
Yeah, those clutch 2v1s are always the best. That was some really good gameplay from Child there. And they looked like they were on the back foot for most of that game, to be honest. So
yes,
it was,
absolutely.
Very impressive to clutch that. Not only to clutch that, but also with Jigglypuff.
Uh-oh, look who we have sitting down. Goblin and Zomba. Zomba with the...
What a team.
What a shirt from Zomba here.
That is a nice shirt, actually. I'll rock with it.
It's like a bandana kind of tablecloth almost.
Very hacky.
Deck of cards-esque. And I don't recognize these two players. Not sure if you do. But yeah, we got Goblin and Zomba, the Gombla team here. And I know these are obviously two of the higher seeds in the singles tournament. Obviously, Zomba, I believe, is 6th in singles. And then Goblin, not too far down below there. I think Goblin is 20th or 21st in singles. So Zomba, a favorite in the tournament. Goblin, I would say, is also arguably a top 8, top 4 favorite for this tournament. So, but I mean, it's so hard when you have 2 top Steves. You have Riddles here, you have Zomba, you have Tweak here, kind of rounding out that top 5, top 6. It's going to be difficult to break up to that upper echelon, but if anyone can do it, it's certainly Goblin.
Right. That's the thing, is Goblin being a 20th or 21st seed or thereabouts, I mean, that just shows how stacked this tournament is, really.
Yes.
It's a very, very talented cast of players here.
Understatement.
Getting into it, though, the Lucina Joker versus the Wolf Falco. Interesting team compositions here.
So we got Magic and Ren taking on Zomba and Goblin to kick things off with our second set of the day here in doubles. Thank you all for joining us here on the VGBC stream. And it's been a pretty even bout so far.
Yeah, not much to pick between the two of them. I will say I haven't really I don't know too much about Magic and Ren. They seem like they have a pretty solid bit of synergy going on here. But I mean, obviously, Zomba and Goblin are two of the best in the business right now. So it's that was ridiculous. What even happened?
I think the side B broke Falco's shield there.
Well, I think I don't even know. That was crazy.
Okay, and now both teams split up in the middle. It's going to be trying to get back onto the stage. Lucino, the forward smash was in the other direction, would have easily killed. We have Ren with the Arsene now trying to break up both teams here and get in, but it's the back air that cleans things up first. I want to say the Falco is Goblin. I think Zomba's the Wolf.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Right. Like little 1v1s coming out again. Nice little side view to the back air though. Very combo heavy character. That's beautiful from the Wolf as well.
140 now, staying alive, and this is that stock tanking that Wolf is so good at in doubles until, you know, Caster's Curse goes away, but dying at like 160 or so, really not bad considering everyone else has already dropped the stock.
Yeah,
and
nothing
Wolf,
to cry about.
Yeah, definitely not. And Wolf is really good at that overall and is able to break up these teams, can get edge guarded, I think, especially by both Lucina and Joker, but hasn't had that trouble too much so far.
Just about making it back on the stage here. Helping out the Falco recovery there, getting that Lucina off stage.
Nair's trying to shark through the platform. There's the grab, gets broken up. Now trying to get back on stage, but grab immediately comes out there by Ren, looking to keep them, off by Magic instead. Ren getting caught in the crossfire a little bit, trying to get saved, can't, and taking a bunch of damage until they get Zomba off stage. Can't keep him in the corner, and gets comboed and ping-ponged. Yeah, nice, the throw combo off stage.
Yeah, it's interesting how this game has been like, they've been splitting into their 1v1s, but they've also been kind of converging into a bit of a cluster every now and again. And that's where the chaos is really starting to come out. Just about whipping that back air there.
Yep, and Wolf and Falco, two characters that really do succeed in scramble situations like these. They have their nairs, down airs, like all these kinds of moves just work really well in those clumped up situations. They're able to take control of those more often than not thanks to those moves.
Ledge situation there. Ren and Magic had them both on the ledge there, but couldn't really get any kind of setup going. It was a big moment for them, I think. They chased this lead. Magic on his last legs, really.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zomba and Goblins, like at kill percent, but still sitting strong on their second. It's going to be difficult as Magic goes off the top. Zomba joins them, but will get back with their last stock, and now it's up to Ren to take out 3, with 2 of those for Goblin on their Falco, who's going to sit back and let Zomba take the lead here and try and hold on to the stock.
There he is. That could be a huge difference maker. He's got to take out a stock here, whichever one it is. Still living that Goblin.
Uh-oh.
Kind of caught between both of them at the moment.
Getting caught in the blender here. No follow-up out of the throw. Looking for the back air, just barely out.
Definitely was waiting
Nice.
for the down air there. Didn't quite make it. And despite the counter taking Goblin stock, Zomba's right there to follow up with his down smash. That will give them the first game. I can't read that sign.
I literally said the same. I was about to say the same thing. I'm like, what does that say? You know, if one of us maybe gets up to the camera and tries to focus it or whatever, I'm trying to see.
I know it says "Let's go" at the bottom. Oh, it's a Magic and Ren sign, I think. I can't read the top bit, but I think it says "Let's go Magic." Interesting first game though. I will say first of all, I was not expecting the Wolf Falco combo from Zomba and Goblin. It looks like they're gonna stick with it. I mean, no reason not to. Honestly, it worked pretty well for them. And of course, the Lucina and Joker still coming out from Ren and Magic.
Just one of those kind of early pools matches that can kind of dig into their, you know, bench and pool of characters pretty often, especially a player like Zomba who, you know, known for the romp, but can play so much of the roster at a high level. Because, I mean, even Goblin too, like both players who have such strong fundamentals can pick up those other characters and understands them really well. And this is a good opportunity to have a little fun and change up the characters when they're not feeling too pressured. And Magic and Ren, the onus is kind of on them to step up and prove themselves to take out, maybe force Zomba and Goblin to their better characters for possible game 3.
Yeah, it's another strong start here from the Goblin-Zomba duo. Ooh, but Ren stealing a stock with that Arsene back air. Goblin getting a little bit too greedy off stage. Good recovery there from Zomba. Slight deficit for them. There's nothing they can't make up. Arsene off the page and a lovely nair.
Oh!
But
great follow-up.
Goblin taking out his own man.
What is happening? An absolute mess on the corner here. Another throw, breaking things up. And it just, Magic having some trouble getting back on stage. Finally does so and immediately beelines for that Pokeball in the middle. But then gets caught by the forward smash. Goblin sends him packing. And all players now on 2 stocks apiece.
Yeah, I mean, despite the, like, you know, Goblin and Zomba being such strong players, that Magic and Ren have really held their own here. It's not been too much of like a blowout or anything. And they started very strong at this game. It's been very even so far. See if they can just keep it up here. Arsene back online. He is in the picture once again. That could be huge for him. It was a pivotal moment in that first set of stocks there. That Arsene back in.
Ooh, yeah, the pot's starting to boil a little bit here for Zomba and Goblin. If they lose that stock on the Wolf a little early, that could be bad. Oh, and just barely able to get back thanks to that Arsene up B. You can see Zomba's just fishing here, looking for those nairs as often as he can. Yeah,
he's landed them really well so far. Hasn't quite been able to just like seal the stock out with it. But now that Arsene's out of the picture, that could just be the difference. That's a nice back air there. Really solid stage control at the moment. Magic on the ledge and calling him out with a beautiful up smash.
Ooh, nice forward throw into the up smash, I believe, from Goblin to clean things up and take the lead. And now Zomba and Goblin starting to put the pedal to the metal here to try and hold on to this lead and run away with it, as they're both at kill percent of just about, but they're not feeling, you know, really the pressure whatsoever. They're continuing to kind of pinch in on Magic and Ren as one of them finally drops. And there's the other one. Now we're at one stock apiece. This is still looking doable for Magic and Ren.
Yeah, this Arsene has been very, very pivotal in this matchup. I feel like he's been utilizing, or he's had the opportunity to utilize Arsene a lot more in this particular game, and it's been helping them out a lot. But now it's kind of his last legs here, has to make the recovery, but Magic helping him out there.
Ren, got to be careful on these grabs. They're looking to try and punish these with grabs here. And landing just out of dodge. Oh, the up smash gets charged, getting a little overzealous with it is Zomba. They're trying to clean things up. Ren now at 110%, and again the forward tilt on shield. Not going to land, not going to find pay dirt. And just caught in the corner, looking for their way out in between two spacies.
Tough spot for Ren to be in there. He's between both of them. Just about falls out of that up smash. That could have been huge for Goblin and Zomba. Ren playing a little bit of an evasive game at the moment. Gets caught by a back air. Has to make it back. Arsene is back though. Oh, just about makes it, but now once again having to pull out the 2v1.
And now fighting time here too, as that meter is going to tick away. They need to try to get something done with the Arsene before they go down, and the rising nair will clean it up.
Brilliant from Goblin there, and that will settle the set. Much better game two from Ren and Magic. Not that they were particularly bad in game one, but I think a couple key differences there, especially the utilization of Arsene. Just having him stick around more in general on Ren's end definitely kept that a lot closer. And almost maybe could have clutched that out in the end, but unfortunately, Goblin's nair just a little bit too strong, takes him out of there, and settles the set for them.
Not a bad loss for Magic and Ren, right? Like, of all players of all players to lose to some of the best in the tournament. And yeah, like you said, like that second, not to say much about the first game, but the second game, much closer, absolutely doable. You can kind of tell though when Zomba and Goblin were like, all right, like, now we're gonna actually like make sure we win this.
Yeah, like the gamer lean in that.
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's the difference maker sometimes, you know, just like, I don't know, especially early pools, you know, it's like, it's very easy to kind of just like chillax a little bit too much, and then you're like, oh, I gotta like actually play the game now, whoa. But obviously, no disrespect to Magic and Ren, they held their own really well there. Very solid set in the end. They both played to their strengths very well, I think, especially in that second game. Ren, you know, he was utilizing a lot of Joker stuff, like Joker-specific stuff, you know, Arsene, obviously, among other things, very well, a lot better than he did in game one, I feel like. And that helped a lot, just couldn't quite get it over the line in the end, despite a very solid performance.
Well, it was still great to watch for sure, and we hope to see more of both of those teams as we continue here through our doubles brackets. And we have our next two teams sitting down here on stage here for doubles pools at Let's Make Moves Miami, the most sunny and beachy and sandy Smash tournament of the year.
Touch sand, everybody.
Touch sand.
Touch sand.
Make sure you touch sand. Hang out at the cabanas. Get some sun in. As someone from New Jersey, from Bergen County, coming from the awful weather that we've had recently up there, the rain, the cold, it's great to come back and feel like, hey, it's July again. Hey, it's August. It's nice.
Ooh, Muteace and Kobe. What a team. Beautiful. I know D2DA, I don't know exactly who this teammate is off the top of my head, but I had him in Squad Strike earlier. Obviously a Meta Knight specialist, and you know, I was talking about it during Squad Strike, of course, but you know, that's such an interesting mode because you have, you know, your character specialists who have to like randomly pull out their two like secondary, tertiary that they don't really know as well.
Yep.
As opposed to people who are like those more jack of all trade types. But here it's like you got your character, you're locked in. And that's, you know, you got to make that work. And D2DA, one of the best around when it comes to Meta Knight. Of course, Muteace as well. probably the best, if not one of the best Peach players in the world. Kobe, a fantastic young link from, I think, CFL, unless he's moved since I last checked. But Kobe, huge fan of Kobe.
Yeah,
Young link Lucina.
Two of our strongest players in the bracket. Muteace rounding out that top 8 as the 8th seed. I believe Kobe is 40th or 41st seed. So should certainly be expected to make it through in that bracket. Yeah, I think Muteace, obviously the player to watch. I mean, all 4 of these players are going to put on a show. Kobe as well, but Muteace, the player to watch here, has been doing really well in a lot of these majors as we kind of round out like the summer of Smash and going into, you know, that Apex and Panda Cup and Let's Make Big Moves season, right? Been on a solid roll, Muteace.
Yeah, Muteace is one of those players who kind of just like came into the scene, you know, like relatively young and just kind of like has been on an upward curve ever since then.
Yeah.
Becoming one of the best players in the scene, you know, one of the best of a specific character as well. We should be getting into this pretty soon. I'm excited for this, honestly. I don't think I've ever seen Muteace team with Kobe specifically off the top of my head, but they're both players I really enjoy watching, so I'm excited to see their synergy and their team composition a lot as well. We'll see how it pays off for them.
These two cracking open a cold one with the boys here.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't know what those are. They look like energy drinks, obviously,
I can't see from here, to be honest. But hey, that's the wave, man.
That's what you gotta do. Crack open a cold one.
It makes it a lot funnier. It doesn't make me better at the game, but it makes it a lot funnier. I'll tell you that. I just start trolling with Donkey Kong or whatever.
They're like, oh, we're about to play a Peach. Crack that open real quick.
Yeah, I'd be like, I might need this to get through.
Yeah.
Hey, some people it's a boost though, you know. Some people play crazy like that.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
And also, look at all these awesome sponsors we got on stream. This is, of course, also a Panda Cup Finale qualifier. It is a Smash World Tour Gold tier. This event is part of 2 different Smash circuits.
I know, dude, it's so crazy, honestly, that it's even like happening. The fact that we have both Smash World Tour and the Panda Cup happening like simultaneously is crazy. Like, it's such a cool like addition to the scene, you know.
Yeah, it just gives so many players an opportunity to show up on a big stage and really prove themselves.
Yeah.
And now that we're still in a pandemic where we're kind of coming out where things are opening up a lot more, and now players are coming back to actually play in person. Players that have been good since the beginning of Ultimate get to show their stuff, but also a lot of players who got really good during, like quarantine, for example. Like Sonics is a great example of one of those players. Is, now you have those opportunities to actually come out and show out and play in a LAN scenario and show what you've been cooking for the past 2.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy going back to like my local scene and just people who were like O2ers beforehand, just taking off and becoming like PR players, because I mean, there's so much time in that, like, especially like, because I live in like a college town, like if you're not like going to school, it's like, I mean, what else are you doing, So plenty of time to work on your craft, and this game's all about practice, muscle memory, and that,
Of course.
Dedication.
And in a lot of it too, I mean, I'm an elite Smash player. I love playing Wi-Fi. Oh, all right, love is a strong word. I play Wi-Fi, but you can knock it. Some of the best players in Smash, at least in the Brawl Smash 4 Ultimate side of things, have gotten good off of playing online. But also it gives you that access to so many different matchups that you can play, which I think is kind of the biggest thing. That if you don't travel a lot and you play the same players over and over, when you go to a big major like this, you're going to run into characters you may never play before. And not to, gas up Elite Smash too much, but a lot of players who did play like Wi-Fi tournaments and grinded Elite Smash over quarantine have a bit more of that matchup experience and know at least what to expect going into, a pools set where you're going to run into, a villager or, this, Bowser Jr., like the most obscure characters, you can think of. That helps. It kind of is, can be a key factor and change things up.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. And I mean, when a game with like this many characters too, like you're gonna get matchup checked. And it's easy too, I think, when you're practicing like locally, to become really good against like specific players, and then you play somebody who doesn't play like that. You could beat the same guy 50 times, but you play somebody else, who plays that same character in a different way, and it's like a completely different game. And there's a lot of characters in the game. Some of these characters, a little bit linear. They all have the same game plan. Everybody kind of rolls the same. But a lot of the characters, I'd say most of the characters in this game are very like dynamic and very different. So the young Link from Kobe, Lucina staying in the pocket for now.
Oh, is this Concon? Yeah, I guess so. Well,
yeah.
this Jersey Luigi, not to be confused with Concon, but this is Mrconcon. I believe it's a Jersey Luigi, which I should know, being from Jersey.
Oh yeah.
I have such bad like face memory and name memory, just memory in general. Something. And we have the Mii Brawler coming out as well.
Brawler from Jamfia. I think I misspoke
Jamfia,
earlier.
okay,
I think I
here
said
we go.
D2DA by accident. They played each other, but yeah, this is Jamfia, my fault. His Brawler was absolutely cooking in Squad Strike though, so I'm actually really interested to see how that does in a double setting. I think it's pretty clearly a button check at the moment. But yeah, the Brawler Luigi team is going to be very interesting to see. But of course, the pink power duo of Young Link and Peach is going to be very powerful as well. Very strong players in their own right.
It's going to be like a lot of those items coming. I mean, not too many items. They probably don't want to hit each other, but
Yeah.
two characters who get a lot off grabs versus two characters who are getting a lot off of projectiles and neutral a lot of the time. But I'd be afraid of Mii Brawler. I think Mii Brawler is a character that can, even sometimes more than Luigi, blow you up and steal your stocks away. Obviously, I think it's going to be a bit more difficult to get those like touch of death Luigi combos in a double situation. I don't think Mii Brawler has as much of an issue with that because a lot of Mii Brawler's confirms are like 2 or 3 hits, right? Like a one intro hit into like up B and get a finisher off that, get the kill. Luigi, you kind of have to have a little bit of space to get the full kill confirmed. So we'll see if that is a factor going into this game.
Yeah. I feel like Luigi kind of doesn't play his own game as much in doubles specifically because he's not really gonna get that time and space that he kind of needs. But we're actually switching to the Yoshi from Jamfia.
That's weird.
Maybe not feeling the Brawler during the button check. I don't know, but
also to go into button check with one character and then change to another character. Like,
yeah,
is that legal?
A crazy mix-up,
illegal?
actually. Interesting to see how that goes. I mean, I feel like maybe if they drop this game, he brings the Brawler back out, but I'm definitely down for the Yoshi as well. Jamfia, obviously a very strong Yoshi, is in addition to the Brawler. Brawler's kind of slept on character. Coming into the scene a little bit more, I think, recently.
I like the pick over to Yoshi, though, because obviously with Super Armor, like, you are able to bust through scramble situations and get back on stage a little easier, but at the same time, you're going to have a lot of multi-hits that you want to make sure you're not hitting your teammate with. I mean, right there, that was probably just a breakup situation because Luigi was on cooldown, but you want to make sure that you're not interrupting Luigi's combos. And in fact, I would imagine that the egg lay is an opportunity to take one of the players on the other team out of a situation so you can try to land the Luigi combo while they're trying to break out of the egg.
Yeah, a good start so far for both sides. A little bit even at the moment. Per usual, I mean, I feel like these sets so far have been very like back and forth, very pendulum-like. But just a set of up smashes there from Jamfia. Almost got hit into that forward air that would have taken out Muteace, but unfortunately not quite panning out. Nice little down B though to take that Muteace stock. Very slender lead at the moment for Concon and Mafia.
Yeah, almost entirely even here. Just up to Jamfia really to sit back, but they're not going to. They're going to try to push this extra credit as much as they can. 157, but not feeling at all concerned that they're going to be hit by a Young Link kill move or a Peach move here.
Yeah, the switch to Yoshi off the button check Brawler seems to have kind of paid off. Yoshi, obviously a very good stock tank character.
Yes.
Of course it happens as I'm saying that, but relatively heavy character, good evasive game, great recovery as well. As opposed to Brawler's not quite in that same bracket there. Good recovery though from Muteace, almost getting a nice punish off of that.
Ooh, all right.
Those down Bs, Jamfia's timing those really well.
Oh, the egg throw rolling in, forcing Muteace into his shield, has to fall back, and they just haven't been able to get Jamfia out of the corner. I mean, of course, you also have Kobe, who's been sitting on the ledge for a while, but Young Link can actually do a pretty good amount of damage when they're planking a little bit, when they're sitting in the corner. And this 135 for Concon has to be careful, certainly looking for some kind of confirm here, but it's the up air from Jamfia that takes out Muteace's stock, and it's Concon and Jamfia who have the lead, I believe, for the first time in this set.
Yeah, it's been a very solid showing from them. Jamfia, his Yoshi doing not all the work per se, but definitely doing a lot for them. And obviously, Concon holding on to his stock for a while there, but unfortunately, that up air from Kobe is going to take him out. Very even now, stock-wise. There's a huge moment there from Kobe specifically.
Oh, look at that. I mean, the defense from Mafia, too, right? Like, is keeping Kobe in the corner, still keeping in mind Muteace following up. There goes the rising there. No, to finally take out Mafia, and Mrconcon charging a forward smash. Not going to fight Pater. The up B gets him into a Peach combo here a little bit, and now they're getting put in the blender. But it's actually Muteace who comes in and breaks things up. Unfortunately, I think that meant in the result of Kobe going down as well.
Yeah, an unfortunate outcome from Muteace there. But obviously Kobe still has another stock to work with, even game stock-wise once again. Nothing to pick between the two of them at the moment, but the defensive game specifically from Mafia and Mrconcon have been fantastic so far.
Whew. Mafia just all over it right now, keeping Muteace in the air, throwing the nair out to follow up from Concon on their throw. Like, this has been really well played. Yoshi from him so far gets grabbed, and now an opportunity. Oh, the forward smash comes in, but double jumps out just in time. Mrconcon now all the way off stage, and look at that. Muteace, I'm sorry, Mafia just sitting there as a wall, letting their Luigi get back on stage, looks for the down air, can't find it. Kobe in a bad position, the back air comes through. That's not enough.
Yeah, it was beautiful there from Mafia to hold down the fort, so Concon can make it back, but in the end, Concon's taken out by Muteace's Peach. That's going to be a tough spot for him. Mafia has been fantastic, though, so far during this set. See if he can clutch this 2v1 out, but it might be a little bit difficult. These are two very strong players in their own right, and now without that Luigi on screen, could be harder. Good stock, though, from Mafia, taking out Muteace. Very close now between the two of them, only 2%, not even a full 2% between them.
Has to be careful with those entry forward airs, though. That's exactly what Kobe wants to follow up here with a boomerang into the forward air. Not going to do it, but one more of those on the side of the stage, that could be it.
Oh, just about landing past that up air.
Woo.
Good option from Kobe. Oh. Calls out whatever with that that down air and takes Mafia out. Great performance from Muteace and Kobe in the end. That's a fantastic first game for the set, though.
Absolutely. Both teams firing on all cylinders. I really loved how Mafia was that wall really between himself and his teammate. And that's a really good strat, having the Yoshi, because Yoshi can tank forward airs from Peach, fire arrows from Young Link by using double jump. So, being a bigger body, he is going to absorb a lot of those hits, so he can kind of use himself as like a battering ram to get through the neutral of the other team and give Concon some room, especially when he's getting back on stage, back in the corner, or just trying to get back into the fight. So having that Yoshi on point has been pretty critical, and it just really came down to like who got that last hit first, like to make it a 2v1. I mean, had it gone Kobe or Mrconcon and Mafia's way, if they end up landing that back air that kills from the Yoshi, I mean, it could have been their game.
Yeah, almost had a similar start there from Mafia to the child start at the very beginning of this block. Nearly taking out Kobe seconds into the match, but obviously the Young Link recovery very solid in the end, kind of turning the situation around here. But yeah, I mean, Yoshi's such a good stock tank, and his frame data is so good too. It really was a huge boost to them, and that up smash taking out Kobe and almost taking out Muteace as well.
Sharks with the Pele. Doesn't get one, but gets the other. You'll take that for sure. Forward air comes in, gets the grab. Concon having a little trouble getting in with the fireballs, but it's that dash attack, that multi-hit that gives so much coverage. It's able to break things up. And again, the dash attack trying to be used to get Mafia back on stage. Is having a little trouble against this Peach, but now they're kind of hitting each other a little bit with these Luigi tornadoes.
Yeah, oh yeah, once again,
another one.
Gotta be a little bit more careful with that. It's such a good option, but it's also just like so big too. It's like so easy to get caught in that. Brilliant from Concon to get that jab off. Back air there from Muteace, putting Mafia into a rough spot. And I think Mafia is the one they're going to want to kind of focus on a little bit, because he was so problematic for them in that first game.
Kobe kind of getting caught with mud in their shoes here, with cement boots, keeping them all the way on the other side of the stage and not really in a position to help Muteace get back on. There's the float forward air, confirms the kill. Now Mafia, once again, that last player on their third stock at high percent, first stock rather.
I feel like Concon and Mafia have had some really good shield pressure so far. Muteace specifically, I've seen his shield get really low a couple times, but just haven't quite had that shield breaking moment that could be really pivotal in this set.
Mafia's doing such a good job against Muteace though, because I mean Yoshi has that ground speed to cover Peach landing options, has the egg lay as well, has been really doing a good job in that 1v1, actually kind of given Muteace a run for his money a little bit here. Now at 172, trying to get back into this fight. Concon taking a brunt of these attacks at 77 now, but a massive stock tank coming out from Mafia, and is sitting back the bomb will keep Kobe alive there. The egg throw just barely misses, and Concon wants to keep him in the corner. Look for the down smash. Can't confirm. 172 still for Jamfia. Gets hit by the fire arrow, but still able to get back. Rolling just crazy through the stage. It doesn't get punished.
Yeah, almost like an offensive roll there, too.
Yeah.
If he just pulls something out. Oh, that down air actually catching Kobe and sending him off stage. That's another stock taken by Jamfia, and he's still alive at 186 here. It's a great performance from him. Concon just about losing that stock, but Jamfia tanking like a beast right now. Kobe on his last stock. Muteace not too far off.
Yeah, this has to be frustrating for Kobe and Muteace, right? Like, no matter what damage they do to Concon here, he knows they're going to have another stock in the bank. 196 is what Jamfia just died at, and now has an opportunity to stock tank on the second stock, setting Concon up for playing a bit more aggressively. They know they can pull from that pool of stocks to get back into this.
Yeah, I mean, they got to do it. I mean, like you said, it's kind of frustrating for Muteace and Kobe because they got to do it all over again now, but they're doing a great job of getting a little bit of damage output.
Yeah.
79 now all of a sudden on this Yoshi. If they can just take out Concon, this little extra credit right now could be huge.
At times, the Concon and Mafia have been kind of their own worst enemies. A lot of their damage has been on themselves, getting caught in Luigi Tornado, getting caught in back airs and up airs from Jamfia. Have to be, wondering if maybe they're kind of hitting themselves, hoping they could get some of that damage back. They really have to be careful. A lot of time they're putting pressure on themselves, which is making it difficult to approach both Muteace and Kobe here.
You mentioned like they're getting a little bit more comfortable being aggressive with the stock lead, but I mean, I think they might just be getting too aggressive for their own good, and now they don't even have the stock lead. Well, there you go. Jamfia with a brilliant up smash, but getting caught by a back air, and now it is all even, but Mrconcon one step away from a stock being taken, and Jamfia might just have to do another 2v1 here.
Peach Bomb not going to be enough, but Kobe in a good position to clean up this stock here. Decides again to give some room to go on the 1v2 on the Yoshi, which I think is the move, because you figure Concon's going to die eventually. You want to rack up damage on this Yoshi while you have the chance, and they're doing so, but Mafia working their way out of the gulag, trying to get some shots in, double jumping all the way out. Muteace has him running, and then trying to air dodge their way back in, trying to just create as much space as possible, but they've left Concon in the corner by themselves, and that results in Luigi going down, and now it's Mafia by themselves in a 1v2.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be so huge to get rid of this youngling stock immediately, but he gets caught by the up B, doesn't make the tech either, but Muteace hits Kobe, and Jamfia makes it back virtually for free. That could be very pivotal here. Nice little back air there for Muteace to get it back off stage. The Nair launching Kobe, but not quite getting the stock. Work cut out for him right now. Jamfia has been so solid during the set.
That was a close one right there. Ike throw lands, and this would actually be massive if it's able to take Muteace off the top right there. All of a sudden, it completely shifts in Jamfia's favor. 165 for Kobe, and you can tell Kobe is sitting back, is very cognizant of how much damage they've been taking.
Yeah, and he really does not have to approach at all with all of the projectiles in his repertoire. That dash attack not quite going to do it. But every step closer at the moment, another turnip.
Oh,
and that actually killed him.
Air dodge, yeah, got caught air dodging and gets stuffed at the corner. That is unfortunate. But hey, a very well-played set nonetheless.
Jamfia fighting for his life there in that 2v1, really held his own. That was a very good set, very impressive from both sides. I mean, I knew going into it that Jamfia, like I saw him play earlier, very solid player. I was not surprised that he didn't make the switch to Brawler in Game 2 because the Yoshi worked wonders for him. I was so interested to see the Brawler in doubles, but I think the Yoshi perfect pick in the end because the stock tanking was phenomenal, but they just couldn't quite get it over the line there. Muteace and Kobe, such strong players, and very, very solid set win for them there.
Well, I think you hit the nail on the head there during that game. Is the stock taking was great, and they had the confidence from that lead, but then the next stock, Jamfia took like 80% almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like, had to... I mean, to be fair, Muteace was kind of all over them and really making it hard to hold on to that stock without taking percent, but like just a little bit too much aggression. And then once you're kind of leaving like Concon in the corner, you saw like Muteace and Kobe immediately like turn around and just ignore Jamfia and run right over and get that kill. So those small little moments added up, aside from the fact that Jamfia and Mrconcon were kind of hitting each other a bit much in the beginning of that game too. Those small little things, those details added up over time. And of course, Kobe and Muteace are going to take that to the bank.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most important, well, not the most important thing, but one of the most important things in doubles too is just be cognizant of where your partner's at and just making sure you're not taking them out because that's such a huge difference in sets. I mean, we saw multiple times now just everyone hitting each other, killing each other, you know. I mean, and it's tough too, because it's like we've said, it's so chaotic a lot of the time there, especially when you get into that big like cluster situation, and it, you know, kind of messed up both teams every now and again. But I think in the end, it kind of punished Jamfia and Mrconcon just a little bit too much, a little bit more, and in the end, I think the fact that Kobe and Muteace were kind of limiting their interactions with each other, I think that was kind of the difference maker.
Yeah,
they were able to get that damage output onto their opponents more so than themselves, which is, I mean, obviously goes without saying that that's a little bit helpful, you know.
Yeah, this helps a smidge. Hope y'all are enjoying our doubles run here on the VGBC stream as we get through day 1 of Let's Make Moves Miami. It's been a fantastic event so far. Everyone's having a great time here, and honestly, I've been having a great time casting this because we've had 3 really good sets of doubles from, you know, teams that were playing really close, but also like 2 teams that obviously in Zomba and Goblin, and then Muteace and Kobe, who are favorites in those sets, but the other teams doing really well against them and keeping things close.
Yeah, I've been very pleased with how close every set has been. I think, have we gone to game 3 every time?
We did.
No, it's Goblin and Zomba 2-0'd, right?
They both 2-0'd, but I would say the Zomba and Goblin one probably not as close. That last set we just saw definitely close to games. And then, of course, the first set with Vikki and Child versus SimpleRick and Bang, that went to game 3.
Incredible comeback, or 2v1 comeback from Child in that set. That was some clutch
highlight reel from my man Gus.
Very, very impressive showing there, especially with Jigglypuff, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love how close these sets have been. It's been a great joy to watch, honestly, so far. And even like, I don't much care for like Yoshi, Luigi, but like they made that very entertaining, you know. So very, very pleased with that. I don't know where our next set is, but hopefully we'll get into it soon. Well,
I see empty chairs behind us, but hopefully we will get started on that. It will not. I mean, otherwise we'll have to get on, and we'll have to play some games.
Y'all don't want to see me play. I'm garbage.
Did you enter this weekend? No. You gotta enter, man. You gotta, even if you gotta put yourself on the field.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
But yeah.
Nah, man. I'm just glad to be here. Honestly, I mean, it's been a little brick since I commentated before this tournament. So I'm super stoked to be back on the mic after a little hiatus.
Nice.
And to be in Miami after like 9-10 years, I think it was the last time I was down here. So like, it's really cool to be back here as like a big boy, a big adult man. You know.
Yeah.
Very excited for the nightlife, you know.
Of course.
Get into that later. But looks like we got some folks coming up for our next set. At least one team is up here, I think. Can't tell.
One team's getting ready to go. Yeah, I'm happy to be down here. The last time I was down in Miami was 2019, just before COVID kicked off. And I was in more of Miami Beach proper, but I love coming down to Miami. Of course, love seeing all the Florida Smashers. Like I heard Big Ed around here. I'm sure y'all have also heard. I love seeing him. He's one of the best crowd members, and obviously a really good Zelda player. I think he's still playing Zelda. I would have to imagine. I would hope.
Last I saw, yeah.
I would hope. I would hope. I'd be sad if he wasn't. Seeing a lot of cool, you know, seeing everyone in person, it's always great. And yeah, we still have a lot of awesome tournaments ahead of us as we kick out the rest of the year. It's, I mean, I know we just had either this weekend or last weekend, like Defend the North, which is in my area.
Yeah.
Obviously, as we've talked about, Apex, we have, you know, Panda Cup Finale coming up. Let's Make Big Moves. Still a bunch of tournaments on the board. The rest of these circuits as they finish up for the year. All these great players coming through. We have some of the best players in the world here. Let's Make Moves Miami.
Yeah, it's a crazy stack tournament. I mean, some of the talent that we have out here, I mean, it's going to be so exciting tomorrow. Tomorrow is literally all singles, so I mean, make sure y'all tune in for that. It's going to be a crazy bracket. I can't wait for it, honestly.
I can't wait to get into this game as we have our second team sitting
finally
down.
Here. I will say, man, I love Florida Smash so much. I wish I could be in SFL more because I like SFL a lot, but it's so far away, man.
Florida's a big state. I think people forget that.
Dude, it's crazy. It's like insane the fact that like it took me 5 hours to get here just from like 2 or 3 cities like up, you know, like from North Florida to South Florida, like 5-hour drive. Like, whoa, I don't know. If we had like a railway system or something, that'd be awesome.
Right?
Dude, I was like, if I could just sit down, play on my phone for like 3 hours, you know, just be here, I'd be like, that'd be perfect.
Could be so simple. It could be so easy. Yeah.
Getting, I think, and I don't know, but I think that might be Mystearica. I'm not sure, but that's my guess.
I think you might be right.
If I'm wrong, sorry.
Whoa. This guy in the background here, shocked at whatever he's seeing. Having a great time.
Something's
Having a
going on.
great time out here.
No, it's honestly, this venue is so nice too. Like this like, I said this on my last blog, but this like vaporwave kind of like aesthetic is super sick.
Yes.
And even like outside of the venue, the beach being like right there is so nice.
Yeah, it's the Miami Vice style, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Miami Vice. They were playing Wave Race 64 music in the venue on here, which is one of my favorite games of all time, Wave Race 64.
The venue music selection has been very solid so far, I'll say that. Okay, I believe this is Mystearica and Juanpi, if I'm not wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's the team we got here. I'm not sure if I recognize the other set of players. We got maybe another brawler? Oh, there we go.
Oh my god, two Palus.
Palu Joker and Brawler Palu. A very interesting combination. We'll get into it on the Pokemon Stadium once again. Yet another double sec.
Okay, it looks like we have Fletcher and Benny versus, as you said, Mystearica and Juanpi.
Strong start
okay.
for the latter of the two sides. A brilliant team combo there, taking out that Joker. No damage on Juanpi and Mystearica, not too much on her well.
This is kind of what we were alluding to last game, and we thought we might see a Mii Brawler. A Mii Brawler, a character in doubles that if you have someone like Palu that can just set up into you so easily, Mii Brawler is like guaranteed to get some early kills, and obviously Palu with grabs, with nair, with up air, has so many ways to put someone in the sights of Mii Brawler's kill moves.
Yeah, but like we saw in the Magic Ren set, that Joker with Arsene can be such a problem in doubles. We'll see how that gets utilized here. Haven't had too much of an opportunity to use it so far. Mystearica applying a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, these dash attacks are doing a great job at just creating stage control, follow-ups, breaking up a lot of these combos, and jump-ins here from the Joker. There's that back air comes in from Juanpi at 95%. Both of these players now in kill percent. It's actually, I believe, Fletcher is on the Palu, who's kind of stock taking a little bit here, only at 97%.
Yeah, Mystearica getting close to losing that stock there, but applying a lot of, like, the pressure from this Palu specifically has been really solid so far. And then, obviously, the kill power and just the damage out from the Mii Brawlers coming into play as well.
Ooh, the grab doesn't land there on the Joker counter. Just out of range, and the up smash will take him all the way up the top for a ride there. Now at last stock, and there again, still the stock tanking here from Fletcher, I believe, at 155, looking to avoid that up air from Mystearica. Doesn't land. We'll get back out of dodge. Has to be careful now because Benny's in between a rock and a hard place here, kind of getting ping-ponged a little bit between the Mii Brawler and the Palutena. Finally gets back, gets hit with the explosive flame from their own teammates, is now at 25% of the last stock.
Yeah, plenty of Arsene to go still if you can just avoid too many hits here. Mystearica, once again, has been applying so much pressure specifically to the Joker, I feel like. Has been kind of targeting them a little bit more. A nice back air there from Benny, just taking out Mystearica, who's now on the last stock. Not too far off. Star KO actually going to do it, and it's a lead for Fletcher and Benny because the stock tanking from this Palu has been phenomenal. But there it is, finally Mystearica getting the kill.
Oh, jab, keeping him in place. These side Bs from both teams making it pretty difficult for this Mii Brawler to move anywhere. Goes back and relinquishes towards the platform, gets dash attack, but immediately sends the Joker back flying the other direction. That up smash has been killer so far from Mystearica throughout this game.
Perfect follow-up from Mystearica to take out that Joker. The share stock, though, keeping Fletcher and Benny's hopes alive here as they're not having to pull out the 2v1 just yet. Fletcher, though, maybe on their last legs. Intense moment right now, though. Down air, oh, taking out maybe one of them, not quite, but that is a huge moment to kind of swift the tides there.
Ooh, okay.
Smash. Once again, Mystearica was so consistent with those, taking out Fletcher, and now Benny with a lot of ground to make up here. Has a nice percent lead, but still a 2v1 regardless. Arsene now off the boards, and that's going to be very tough to get back into this. The suplex, and waiting out the option there. You're not quite going to do it.
Yeah, nair to up B. Classic combo from these two, just barely out of range. Oh, Auto Reticle is going to stuff a little bit and just taking their time to get back on stage. This is still doable, but has to be careful at kill percent. That up smash will kill. Mystearica and Juanpi will take this game 1 on their side and take the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, it's very, like you said, very doable 2v1 there, but you just had to be a little bit more careful than that, landing right on that shield with the Nair. I think that was always going to be met with an up smash from Juanpi. Excellent performance from Mystearica and Juanpi in the end. Some really good stock tanking, like I said, from Fletcher's Palu there, but just couldn't quite get it over the line.
Yeah, definitely a set that could have gone the way of Fletcher and Benny, especially with that stock tanking we were seeing from the Palu. But I think Mystearica and Juanpi just have a bit more of that team synergy, those combos that are ready to go. I feel like Fletcher and Benny are playing doubles, right? They're getting hits in, but you don't see those like practiced or like in the back of your head like fundamental foundational combos and team play that you can totally tell Mystearica and Juanpi have as players here. Obviously, they play a lot. I'm sure both teams play a lot together, but Mystearica and Juanpi have a bit more of that practice, have a bit more of that chemistry, which is becoming a big factor in their favor in this set.
Yeah, specifically the way that like Mystearica has been so ready to follow up those brawler suplexes, and switching up the follow up as well based on the options from their opponents has been huge. We'll see plenty of those Palu Nairs, I'm sure, for the rest of the set. Another one coming out, another one of these strings. Just a couple little tweaks maybe that Fletcher and Benny need to make to clutch this out. Not too much between them in that last set. Need a strong start here.
Forward air landing, breaking things up for this Joker, now has Arsene.
Nice little nair there to land, down guns, putting Mystearica in kind of a tight spot. Down for the back air.
Wow, this is going crazy right now.
That counter actually really worked out. I thought maybe it might have been a little bit of a complication sending his own teammate that way. Really paid off in the end. Arsene working wonders right now for Benny, who's knocked off stage just in time to lose. Arsene does make it back, though.
Ooh, explosive flame almost taking out Fletcher as they try to respond back onto the stage. Mystearica, first one to drop down. I mean, they still have, I say, you know, those grab combos have been coming through, but actually not able to land a lot of solid hits. That Nair actually nairs their own Joker, then gets all the way reflected back. Looking for a way in. The up air drop, actually the falling up air means it's not going to get the kill. 143 now for Benny until they finally are taken down.
Ooh. Nice little dash attack there to force him off stage. I like that attempt with the up tilt. Didn't quite work out, but still got that stock. Mystearica taking out Fletcher. Juanpi the stock tank this time around. How much longer can you keep that up? A little bit of pressure there in that 2v1 situation. Makes it back, though. Nice nair to come back from Mystearica. Arsene back online now, though, for Benny. Arsene working wonders on that first time around. So we'll see how he can take care of it here. Ooh, nice little combo there. That's going to get rid of a lot of Arsene meter, if nothing else. Ooh, now he's gone completely, so.
Yep, down smash will take him out. Nice little platform cancel. Mystearica staying hard to hit throughout this game as they're 120. But look at this, Juanpi at 140, 149 on their first stock till finally getting scooped by the Palu up air. But that's just making a massive difference here for both of these two teams. Unless Mystearica can go down quickly, it's going to be a lead for Mystearica and Juanpi for the time being. But look at this, Brawler getting caught up a little bit. Almost gets caught by the down air, but barely gets onto the stage in time. And Mystearica back to the corner, missing the grab opportunity, gets nared and then scooped up. Fletcher doing a lot of work here to open things up and create space for Benny, who now has Arsene once again.
Yeah, not for long though. You get the feeling that the next Palu to die is going to decide the outcome of this particular game, and it's going to be Mystearica who loses the stock first. We'll see how much that affects the outcome here. Nice little combo maybe from Benny, but Mystearica with a solid counter. Arsene about to come back. There he is. Oh. And Juanpi loses the stock. The lead now swinging in favor of Fletcher and Benny.
That's an early drop there. I mean, I would say so. It's still in Mystearica and Juanpi's favor because of that high percent that Benny has. Both of these players likely to lose their stocks quickly. Now the stock is taken and another up smash comes down just like that. Things swing immediately over to Mystearica and Juanpi's side, and we're so many taunts in these doubles matches. Of course,
I mean, just sitting there waiting for the suplex to come into play. You know, you get that follow-up. Ooh, nice little team combo there as well. Arsene about to run out, and Arsene's really going to be the most important thing. Once Benny loses Arsene, it's going to be a much tougher battle.
And able to get there just in time, knows that Palu is ready and waiting. They can't go roll in, so they almost have to attack or jump in. The get-up attack will get caught by a mean brawler.
I liked that little wait before he did the throw to maybe kind of mess up the timing of the punish, but Juanpi was just ready for it.
Mystearica and Juanpi kind of playing with their food here, pushing the peas around their plate until finally they get the kill. That is a 2-0 victory for the Palu Mean Brawler squad here in our latest set of doubles.
Yeah, that Palu ditto was definitely interesting, but I think just the biggest difference, honestly, was the partner next to the Palu there. That Brawler and Joker sort of dynamic was so different, and I mean, Arsene, obviously, we've seen Arsene make huge differences both in that set and in the Goblin Zomba Magic Ren set, but unfortunately this time Arsene not quite as clutch as they needed him to be, and really good team synergy, like we mentioned earlier, between Mystearica and Juanpi, and that was kind of the difference maker in the end, I feel like.
I think it definitely was the difference maker, like especially having like Joker and Palu on a team, two characters that in doubles work really well together, and as individuals you can kind of slot them onto any team.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of combo starter potential, a lot of combo continuation potential, can close out kills, and Palu, a character that sometimes struggles to close out kills in singles, I don't think has as much trouble doing that in doubles. You have that little extra coverage from your teammate, especially if it is a Joker. But just not having those grab throw conversions in place that Juanpi and Mystearica had, like that made all the difference, because you know those opportunities weren't very often missed by Mystearica and Juanpi at all. You didn't really see those same kind of follow-ups from the other team, and yeah, those are opportunities you're missing. There's money left on the table essentially.
Yeah, it was more like sporadic dynamic from Fletcher and Benny, where it was like, oh, this person like happens to be here, I'm gonna try and get over there, as opposed to I think Mystearica and Juanpi were a lot more like calculated. It was like they had clearly practiced those like back or those suplex like little follow-ups as well, a little bit more so, and I think that was kind of the biggest difference maker, like we mentioned.
Absolutely, we'll continue our bracket in doubles here, day one of Let's Make Moves Miami. And we have our next team sitting down behind us. We'll learn just in a moment, at least one team sitting down. We'll learn just in a moment who we are playing. First, thank you all for tuning in here on the VGBC stream as we get through day one of Let's Make Moves Miami and our pools here for doubles. We will be running through doubles for the rest of the night, and then I believe there's a crew battle happening tonight. Tri-State versus Florida, Georgia. So any thoughts on that?
I don't know. I was thinking about that earlier. I mean, Florida and Georgia are such strong scenes. I feel like I would, a little bit of bias being a Florida person myself, obviously, but I feel like they might just edge that out, especially like home turf kind of as well. Going to play a little bit of a part. I think also as far as like the tri-state area goes, I think a couple players that might have given them more of an edge, I think have dropped out. So I'm not sure, you know, how much that's going to affect things, but that could be a big difference maker at the end of it all.
Well, as someone from New Jersey, Tri-State is winning. It's easy dubs for Tri-State. Make sure you tune in for that.
Yeah, that's be exciting too. I don't know if they're streaming the costume contest, by the way. I think they are, and I think it's on even matchup.
Isn't that? That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Is it?
Or is it tonight?
Is it? I thought it was tonight. I don't remember, honestly.
I can double check. I want to say it's tomorrow though. Which obviously that's what we're all here for.
Oh, of course.
Is the costume contest.
Why would we be here if not? That's why I busted out the Halloween shirt for today.
Do you have a costume for this weekend?
You know what? I thought about it. I actually had a snake one. I was considering it, but I just didn't feel like it, to be honest. I was being a little bit lazy.
Oh, I have 2 Naruto outfits, so. Oh, so actually I'm mistaken. The costume contest is tonight. The crew battle is tomorrow.
Okay. Sweet. Makes sense.
That makes more sense. Okay.
Excellent. So we got our probably like penultimate set here, depending on how quickly we run through these. Another set coming up though in this doubles bracket.
Yo, that shirt, the Gelato Beach.
Ooh, Gelato Beach.
That
yes.
goes hard.
Huge Mario Sunshine enjoyer, so I love that.
I think Mario Sunshine is the best 3D Mario. It's my favorite Mario game.
Hard agree, personally.
It is easily. If you don't like Sunshine, I'm sorry. But you have a poor taste in Mario games. I'm not going to lie.
Average Galaxy fan versus average Mario enjoyer, or Sunshine enjoyer.
Hey, yo,
I messed it up.
Honestly, yeah, you're making us look bad, man. Come on. Galaxy 1 and 2, GOAT games. Odyssey, I think Odyssey is overrated. I think it's a good game, but it's not a game that I was like, oh, I gotta go and play that again.
Yeah, I don't think it has as much like replayability, unfortunately.
And then that last like scene with like the song at the end, cringe. I'm sorry, folks, cringe. Meanwhile, Sunshine, a Chad game, no cringe moments.
They gave Bowser a voice. It was the best. It ruled. I loved it.
I love that. I mean, actually, I take that back. There are a couple cringe moments in Sunshine, but it's
game,
fine.
That game is fantastic.
Goat game,
Flawless.
goat game, flawless game. You're right. You're right. Flawless game.
Sonic Mega Man against the Byleth Falcon duo is going to be interesting to see. A very defensive lineup from Morpheus and True Blue.
Morpheus and True Blue versus Squidfu and Master 1801.
I feel like Mega Man gonna kind of wall out as much as possible while Sonic is just kind of flying around doing his own thing, you know?
I honestly would have to imagine this is a tough matchup here for the Falcon and Byleth. I mean, of course you have the speed of the Sonic. Mega Man just puts so much stuff out on the field, but I think they complement each other really well too. The Mega Man is able to put up that defensive wall, and Sonic can kind of be in any place you need to be. And that up B, the Shuriken's gonna connect and get that first kill.
Yeah, that was a very solid little display there from Morpheus in that specific 1v1 with Master. Really held his own, kind of put that ledge pressure on him there. It made it really tough for him to get into any kind of stage situation, on-stage situation.
All right, both players of this blue team, though, are starting to get towards kill percent, but one of the hardest things to do in this game is close out of stock on Sonic unless you get pushed right into the charge, at least slightly charged, but connecting up smash from Falcon. That's going to do it.
Ooh, and then Master answering back. Oh, no, he hit Squidfu. I thought he'd taken out Morpheus for a brief second there, but unfortunately, it seems like Morpheus and Master have kind of been playing their own 1v1, but it looks like things have switched around a little bit here.
This is going to be the toughest thing now, taking care of True Blue's first stock. Never mind. Very
well
easy.
done for Master in the end, and Morpheus just about making it back there.
Getting called out often by these calls here. Going right off stage. That's what you need to do, though. Sonic, like, in a lot of matchups, can just kind of sit off stage for free and, like, recover without an issue. And using that range from Byleth and the massive hitboxes and just challenging Sonic off stage, best response. And look at that. The throw down to down smash. Morpheus cleans up.
Yeah, solid team combo there. Morpheus especially is really putting in the work here. Once again, coming up on this 1v1 with Master, retreating to take care of Squidfu to a degree as well.
Last stock here for, I believe, for Master, rather. It'll be difficult to try to claw back against it's one very quick character and one that just covers you off stage. Mega Man does fall back. Morpheus trying to get out of the range of this Byleth, who is sitting in the corner. Down smash not going to connect. Meanwhile, True Blue doing a ton of damage, stacked it up on Squidfu, and put him in a position for Morpheus to get that kill.
Yeah, Morpheus performing fantastic right now as more of like an offensive like killer right now. True Blue just getting a lot of chip damage, just a lot of like annoyance if nothing else. Just kind of running in, getting that hit, running away, coming back.
Very nice.
Good kill there from Master. Getting rid of True Blue seems to be kind of the most important thing right now. With how much of a nuisance he is. Last stock situation here, though, has kind of been turned around from Squidfu and Master. They were kind of on their back foot for a long time there, but they made something of a comeback here. Yeah. It's actually looking pretty good for them.
They're having trouble landing for sure. They're relinquishing back to these platforms as often as they can, but especially Squidfu has been sharking through these platforms and making it incredibly difficult for them to get any kind of grounding whatsoever. Nice grab, lands that, and is able to move out of speed. That's another thing, though, is Falcon, if that's a character that can keep up with Sonic speed-wise, and that, while I'm saying it, Morpheus goes down, gets caught out. The up air just falls out of it just in time. That could actually be enough. They're able to get this kill on the Byleth. True Blue could bring this back, but it's certainly a hard ask.
Yeah, a little bit of a mount to climb, and I wouldn't have guessed this at the start of the set. It was such a strong start for Morpheus and True Blue, but it is Squidfu and Master who take game one in the end.
Yep, Gentleman will clean it up. You're absolutely right. That was looking like Morpheus and True Blue's game to lose, and they ended up doing just that, which is an unfortunate shift for them. But that last stock, they were getting caught on landing over and over and over again. There was nowhere for them to go, and Morpheus getting caught out. really in no range, even with the speed that Sonic has. True Blue unable to get there in time. Yeah, really, really well done here by Squidfu and Master to keep things close and bring things back and not be deterred.
Yeah, really solid stuff there. I mean, I think Morpheus just kind of getting caught out by that down smash obviously is just the biggest moment there. I mean, Morpheus seems like to be, like I said, kind of the more aggressive killer. And losing him was so so vital. Getting back into it on PS2 once again, which I think is totally fine for them. They like having this much room to work with. Oh, and an early stock there. Morpheus once again causing trouble at the ledge.
Yeah, massive knuckle to take him out. One little key of Falcon that really hasn't been pushed too much, but finally gets it when the time is right. Morpheus doing an incredible amount of work here. Gets that kill, in a bad position, and that actually almost sent them right towards Byleth, who might have been able to pick that up and take out Mega Man once they had not used their jump. The grab, back throw does not connect with the forward air from the Mega Man, and look, that was just almost death. The DI had to come out. No spark, but the Byleth could have killed early.
Yeah, I was scared for Morpheus there because you just kind of knew it was going to happen. He was going for that throw there. Byleth's creeping up on him. Was lucky not to have lost his stock there.
Okay.
Just about whipping that back air. I like that option from Morpheus. He gets the grab, though.
Oh.
And nothing that Squidfu can really do about that good up B, though.
Just duking it out right here is True Blue and Squidfu right here.
Yeah,
No
I've been a
bars.
really big fan of Morpheus at the ledge. That seems to be his kind of favorite area. He's putting a lot of really good ledge pressure on, and that's where he's getting most of his kills, is just reading that option, whether it's the recovery or the get-up option.
And it makes sense, too, because Mega Man has those gear drop setups, and if they roll in to avoid those, Sonic is almost always waiting right there behind the Mega Man to land a grab or to get a spin dash off.
Yeah, Morpheus just kind of struggling to find his kills at the moment. Maybe a pretty stale back
no.
air, you would imagine. Oh, and True Blue.
I think Fast fell past the ledge there, and it already burned their up B. You couldn't get back.
Yeah, at a pretty high percent, though, honestly.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Probably not too bad. Master, Squidfu doing well to hold onto his stock at the moment, but not too much left in him at the moment. Good recovery for Morpheus, and a great back air to seal that stock out.
Now just running away a little bit, doesn't want to be caught in the corner with that Falcon, looking for these back airs, but kind of fishing for him a little bit. But why not? Comes out with a rising knee, hits a sweet spot, and then an up smash instead going to catch their teammate. And that Byleth's getting kind of ping-ponged a little bit. Had the bomb on from Mega Man, getting caught out. Still caught in the corner, and it's kind of up to Squidfu here to help them out, and does so. That presence is more than enough, and then follows through with the kill on True Blue, but Morpheus is still sitting at 157 on their first stock. 164 now staying alive.
Yeah.
Keep themselves
with the spring stage spiking Master, that could be pivotal, as that was not a stock that we would have expected them to lose quite then. But this seems more like it, I will say, from Morpheus and True Blue. They seem to be playing their defensive game a little bit better, a little bit more patient, and it's been paying out for them really well.
Squidfu getting kind of comboed a little bit here by Morpheus. Getting caught with leaf shields, the pellets coming out, now decides to change things up, goes over to the Sonic, and True Blue is taking them to task for sure. The up smash almost putting the Mega Man themselves in the blender. Shuriken gets hit on shield, up tilt, not going to land as the up B gets Mega Man out of dodge. And now Falcon has the bomb on them, has to be careful, wants to try to transfer that if possible. I think it got off somebody. Not sure where it went ultimately.
Yeah, Squidfu's holding on for dear life at the moment at 153%. Holding onto the stocks is so important. Master would be in a very tough spot, having to do a 2v1 here. Great back air, though, from Morpheus. Once again, that back air has been utilized so well, especially against Squidfu. Once again, another kill right at the ledge from Morpheus.
Okay, up smash lands. How does this Byleth get onto the stage without taking damage? Again, see, that's the thing. You try to avoid the gear drop, you roll in, you get grabbed by Sonic, and the down smash is ready to go. The Flame Pyre is ready for you. And now it's a 1-to-1 set between these two teams. We're going the distance in this series.
Yeah, perfect setup there at the ledge there. Once again from Morpheus and True Blue in another Game 3 situation here. Like I said, that seemed a lot more like their original game plan coming to fruition from the first game of this set.
Yep.
Very, very impressive mental fortitude there to just keep at their game, not overthink it, overcorrect too much, and just tweak those little things just a little bit, get it over the line.
I think we're seeing really good play from both teams. It's kind of hard to hone in on what general mistakes they're making. I think a lot of it comes down to just instances, like moments that don't end up going your way. I think that hard knuckle coming down to kill Squidfu early was a massive factor there, obviously, to kick things off for the set. Now going to Kalos. Interesting pick. It's certainly going to give some of these teams a bit more room to work with. I don't know. Is this going to be the difference maker?
Yeah, we'll soon find out. I think it was kind of interesting, too. There were a couple, I think, SDs in there. Or not SDs, but, like, avoidable deaths with that spring on Master, the SD from
True
Blue.
Blue. Yep.
Could have been huge difference makers, so they can avoid those little things here.
Yeah, that was also a big guy. Ooh.
Just watching Morpheus play really on point at the moment. Getting his follow-ups really well, but True Blue just about losing that stock out to Master.
I think the size of this stage is going to be, I think, really the focus is going to be on both the Falcon and the Sonic. Those are really the only two characters that can close the gap here on this big stage. And of course, if you have those sweet spot knees coming out, that's going to be massive as True Blue and Morpheus dropping down. We still have Master holding on to their first stock, and as I say that, there is the screen splat goes down. Squidfu, meanwhile, starting to get hit a little bit here, 70% for them, walling out this Mega Man with the back air, but instead, unfortunately, Master puts them on their heels and knocks them off stage.
It's been a very interesting start so far. It's, once again, so hard to pick between the two of them, but Squidfu and Master kind of coming into it again. Stage pick seems to be working for them.
Sure.
Pretty solid control of the stage and the ledge at the moment. Master.
Wow, I was surprised. What is happening?
No, managed to take out Morpheus. Almost took out Squidfu. Squidfu lived, and then Master, unfortunately, not able to make it back from that situation.
I'd still say this is kind of even here because Sonic at 80%, but I think you're going to have a little bit of trouble on Kalos confirming the kill on them as opposed to other stages. And meanwhile, Falcon, on the other hand, not hard for them to rack up damage quickly. It's really going to be up to Morpheus to lock this Falcon into the platform, gets hit by the back air, trying to get out. Meanwhile, it's all about True Blue keeping him on the platform, but instead Master relinquishes the platform, gives it to him, and then up airs for free. Both teams, a slobber knocker between the two of them.
Yeah, some good stuff there. Once again for Morpheus at the ledge in his favorite spot, but now he's put into a rough spot himself. Master and Squidfu doing really well at the moment. Last stocks for both Morpheus and True Blue here. Just about whipping that up smash there, True Blue. They'll have to take a stock sooner than later.
Yeah, critical moment right here because both members of Squidfu and Master are high percent. If they can get this Mega Man kill, that will probably seal the deal for them, but neither of them can afford to overcommit, and they're getting caught in the corner. The Mega Man sent away. 150 for Morpheus. It's a Sonic, though. Oh no!
He killed his own teammate, Master. I don't know what he thought was going to happen, to be honest, but he's been up smashed by Morpheus, and this is actually a terrible, terrible turn of events for the red team here.
But still very doable. I mean, this Falcon has a larger margin of error as they're able to hold on a little bit more, with just being at 23%, but you can tell these grab throws, these combos are in position. The Falcon has to be careful air dodging because Sonic and Mega Man, two characters that can easily follow up in the air on that. Oh, no, wow! The most Chad dash of all time. Yeah. Runs right in, and then Falcon dives that. The up B comes in, and all of a sudden, in a position to take the kill, and does the forward smash, comes in with a clutch.
Oh, and the most relieved man in the room, Master. Woo! Took out his own teammate.
Wow, Master.
But it won't matter in the end as a clutch performance from Squidfu gets them the dub in the end.
Master and Squidfu stealing it away in a scramble of a match there. Wow.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was so hard to pick between the two of them there. I mean, like, there were so many little things here and there. And the second Master took out Squidfu there, I thought that was going to be it for them, to be honest. It's such a tough spot in that 2v1 situation against such like defensive characters. But like you said, the margin of error really a lot easier for Squidfu, and I think that's kind of why he went for that just run up B, because he was like, well, I mean, I can live whatever happens probably.
Yeah, and I think too it's a nice little mind game because at those percents, you're like, okay, like do I can take a Falcon throw, I think, right? Because my teammate's here, I can follow up on the throw. So they're shielding more, anticipating like, oh, I'm not worried about getting grabbed. I have a teammate. I'm going to shield. but you can get command grab,
Right.
and that's going to kill you. So it's a nice little condition.